I just want to capture this riff really quickly. I can't remember which you saw. Oh yeah. Yeah, I just want to capture this riff real quick. I'll just shut the door. What's crackling? Missed the fucking E there. There you go. Then on to the other telly. Yeah, just neck pickup all the way round. I mean bridge pickup all the way around. yeah, man. Look how gleaming this one is as well. Like, I cleaned this one and strang it, and I strang it and cleaned it. I mean, man, this is my absolute working workhorse, work Telecaster, and I will never change it. I mean, like, this I will never get rid of. Like, this is my working Telecaster. It totally reminds me of my old Japanese candy apple red Fender Telecaster, which was actually my first Telecaster. It was a Fender, and I got it as a curio, really. I mean, oh man, this sounds awesome. Yeah, so I think tortoiseshell to keep a reptile theme. Put the cover back on. You know, it's also got this little dinky winky label, Axel by EMG. I mean, very Marmite pickup. Everybody seems to hate them. You know, what no Warmans. And yeah, very deep wind. Like, this is a standard cover, and the pulpy pieces pop right out. You know, it's very deep, very interesting, and I like them. Everybody hates them. I love them. If I remember, Malcolm, you did a review of like a white one of these, and I don't think you like the pickups much either. You know, and on the forums. They really like I do. God, look how raggy I look. All night fucking wrecked and fucking studioizing. They all like rate the timber and say, ew, fucking pickups. Hardware's good, pickups are shit. They say that, but I like the pickups. Yeah, the sleeve's getting crackly, that's gonna have to go. It's only a shitty practice lead anyway. No, I just wanted to get that riff down, because it's it just sort of fell out, and it's a sort of one that I forget, like that sort of sound. I don't, so I'll use it. I've also, I think I'm in the middle of developing like maybe the heaviest bit of music I've ever done. It's certainly really twisted up. It's certainly what I'm absolutely like aiming for, really in the zone. But yeah, I mean, I feel kind of spoilt for single coil sounds. Like, all three of those are really good, and there's a nice sort of round selection for recording. And you know, like the Yamaha as well. You know, the middle pickup in that, and there's the other two Strats that have the humbucker in the bridge. And of course the F-types, which have single coils in the neck, which is a very sort of far back set, like the inner coil on a humbucker sort of position, right? So like in between the middle and the neck of a normal like Satriani sort of rig. So the F-types are wicked. I love the layout of the F-types, and one of them obviously has got my Swan pickup in there. Got the Golden Gate at the bridge. That's the Blacktooth Fox Golden Gate, made by Hot Rod Pickups, Eternal Guitars, Dave Walsh. And yeah, it's Golden Gate at the bridge and a Swan at the neck. And it's supposed to have like gold screws, like, and the fucker forgot, and he still has to like do that. So I know it's been years, but I'm still he'll remember who I am, and I'll take it back and sort it out, for fuck's sake. because like he should have done that, and it was just guitar was in storage and I was homeless, you know. But it was a real treat getting them done, and he did such a good job on the voicing and that. And I'll tell you an irony, right, because this is like when, you know, you don't think about things. Basically, the reason I got a custom pickup set, it's not because I went out to get a custom pickup set, it's because there was a master pickup maker down the road, literally down the road, literally, like a 10-minute walk from where I was living at the time. And fucking, my dear departed friend John, had a whole load of stuff made by him, and he was just raving about him all the time. And so when I got my like stage pair, I was going to get a pickup set, and I was going to get like a dime bag bridge pickup, you know, the like Bill Lawrence like style pickup that Seymour Duncan do and call it the dime. I was going to get one of those at the bridge and a 1/4 pounder at the neck. You know, tried and tested pickup the 1/4 pounder for me. I've had like I've had a Strat with like a full deck of 1/4 pounders, and also in the Ernie Ball, the Music Man. But and also, you know, in other things and bits and bobs down the years, and I was very fond of that pickup up to a point. You know, there used to be a time, I was talking about it with Chris last night, where, you know, everything, you know, and a lot of you do it, put the same pickup in all your guitars. And, you know, it's like a lot of pros do that as well. Like, is it Mark Morton? Isn't it? Dude from Lamb of God, like, he waxes, you know, pickup in all of his guitars. I don't do that anymore. And the 1/4 pounder actually ruined a Telecaster. And whipping around, like, you know, it's almost like the 1/4 pounder. Do you know what I'm on about? Seymour Duncan 1/4 pounder. It has like really fat pole pieces. And it looks impressive. And it's fucking great pickup. Muscly, but it ruined a Telecaster that a mate of mine was putting together, and he took them back out and put these other pickups in, and that was a big education on, like, okay, this isn't, because for like years it had just been the only single coil worth a shit is the 1/4 pounder. I honestly felt that. Like, I felt that, you know, and it's a big mistake. I now understand much better. And I am loath to sort of, like, make guitars match in that way. Why put the same voice in all those different guitars? You know, I want all the different voices. And quite often, a guitar, if it's been nicely put together, they have thought about the pickups and stuff. And it is interesting how you can fuck up a sound. And so one of the things I strongly recommend in life, generally, is to not rush into changing pickups. To live with what you've got for as long as you can, really. And only if it's failing, you know, should you, like, rush to replace it. Otherwise, you know, I think you should learn it and then try other stuff at opportunity. But yeah, if there's a failing, now of all the guitars I've got, well, it's like 12 now, so a dozen, and the only one that it has failed, and I still could live with it, is the Les Paul, the Silverburst. You know, the pickup set in that is a really janky pickup set, and I've said so from the beginning. And the fact is, the guitar still sounds fucking so amazing that what is shocking to me is I just can't wait to hear what it would sound like with a decent pickup set in. But they're not good pickups. They're very, like, primitive, very uncivilized, you know. But yeah, there they are. And then it's hard to tell just by looking, because they could be good. I mean, I've got pickups that look just like this. You know, like, you know, the wanky ones, like fucking electrician's tape around the outside. But they can sound like, they can be absolute blasters. It's just a weird one. I mean, I think the Ibanez one, it's like it's one of those, the X7 R7 or whatever. But yeah, like this is sat, you know, I snapped the fat string like a week or two ago, and like, so it's sat like that. And the thing is, I could do a string change right now, and it'll be great because I'll do the neck and all that shit. But I'm going to put the new pickups in. I'm going to put the Kirk Hammett pickups in, and wow, you know, hey, cool as fuck. You know, my Les Paul, what a fucking treat. You know, look, full thickness, proper fucking wedge. You know, this thing works, man. This thing works. It might not be the most elegant beast, yeah, but this thing fucking works. Like, it absolutely does the job of a Les Paul that I want it to do. and that's the end of it. You know, it's like I've had Les Pauls. I know what fucking Les Pauls are about. I don't mean to sound like a dick. Sorry, that sounded being a defensive dick, but it's like I love Les Pauls. It's like first guitar I ever wanted was a Les Paul, and it was a copy, and it was in the window of a shop. Rob Moyle, if you're watching, bruv, stick a comment below, because you know, he keeps going on about visiting. That'd be great. I love the Moyle family. They're good people, but Rob was awesome. Like, anyway, Robbie fucking Moyle, fucking awesome dude. And so I had this, I had my eye on this. I had a Black K, like a copy of a Gibson Dove, double scratch plate and all that, and black. And it was, I bought it off a guy called Jesus. Swapped it for a pair of Bolé sunglasses when I worked in the bike shop, which I got at trade price. And so like I didn't pay much for this guitar. And this guy called Jesus, he got it from the attic. He was called Jesus because he had like a fucking 70s like perm and Zappa stash and like walked around in sandals all the time. But and drove like one of those fucking Lada Yugo fucking 4-wheel drive thingies. Anyway, I digress, and it's like his jacket and his shoes and his fucking car all the same colour. Anyway, so I bought like this guitar off Jesus, and then like it was made by K, and like quite a respectable guitar, and then there was a record shop, and it would have like 2 or 3 guitars for sale, electric, and 2 or 3 acoustics for sale at any given time, and they were all sorts of fucking shit boxes. Sometimes good, sometimes shit boxes. You know, sometimes they have real stuff, but sometimes, you know, it's boot sale stuff. And there was this like black guitar in there, and it just looked so much more like had presence compared to the others. I now know, you know, what I was looking at was like a Les Paul copy and some Telecaster copies, and it just fucking looks so much more like real. You know, what I know about the Les Paul, I saw early on, it's like you can see, like with a Telecaster, it looks like a fucking kettle or an iron or a fucking a household sort of object from the 50s, right? This is when I was a kid, right, and didn't know anything about guitars. Whereas a Les Paul, like, you can see, like, the evolution of a cello. You can see, like, a cello is, like, you know, done on a bow. You know, a fucking, you know, a Telecaster's like a straight thing. It's straight. Okay, it's all straight lines. And then the headstock goes, yeah, like, you know, it's like a weird 50s sort of, you know, like consumer item design, which is exactly what it is, right? But the Les Paul, you can kind of see the evolution from like the stringed instruments of yore, you know, like cellos and violins and stuff. You can really see that in it. Or I could, anyway, as a kid who didn't know anything about guitars, and so I was very drawn to it. Anyway, I got the money together for it. I think it was 60 quid, right? I went to go and get it, and it had gone, and I was gutted, and I went round my mates to fucking commiserate, and he had it in his fucking room, and he'd bought it for his girlfriend. Like, literally, like Robbie Moyle. Anyway, fucking about a month or 2 later, he was like, hey, if you get me a hi-fi, like, I'll fucking swap you for that guitar, because she hasn't played it at all, and so like I'll get her a hi-fi instead, and so I had like a fucking Hinari. I think it wasn't anything good, it was just something, but I had like a Hinari with the CD player, and that did a straight swap, and I actually got my K Les Paul copy, and that was my first ever electric guitar. And you know, bless old Rob Moyle, he's still someone I keep in touch with. Still got great stories, like scary stories about how he scared the first drummer into our band, you know. And there's, you know, and his brother Stuart, you know, loses the only person I know to lose a Sierra Cosworth, and also had the most amazing, like, hot rod car, a Mark II Cortina called Pink Poison, which was like a bright neon pink fucking, yeah, Cortina with the most crazy souped up engine. I mean, like, it was crazy quick, evil, and it had these bright electric blue bull bars on the front. That thing was a beast, and that thing used to scream around Devon. But yeah, the Moyles, like, love those guys. But that was my first guitar. It was a Les Paul, and then so that started my love affair with Les Pauls, and still to this day, you know, like anyone that's been in a guitar shop with me will tell you the first thing I do is race up to the Les Pauls, and I'm all over them. Like, I'm all over them. And then I'll start saying, oh, that one's fucked, that one's got this, that one's got a, that's fucking, and I start moaning about them. and that's the thing. It's like, yeah, it's weird. It's just, that's like my background. But yeah, lovely to have these single coils. I've just lost the fucking hair tie that was hanging up that. I'll have to do something. Great getting onto single coils. I've developed a long-term love affair with the Telecaster now, and the cool thing, about these tellies here, they all sound a little bit different. The Paisley has probably got the sweetest and warmest tone. It's very liquid, really nice coil sound. I'd say the Strat's the best, but in terms of accuracy, brightness, the black one has got the sound. It's interesting. I need a new switch for the black one because I can't get into the middle setting, and that's what I use that mostly for, like a clean sound, 2 pickup clean sound. Right, I'm going to quickly tell you something here. I'm going to elaborate on this further in another episode, but annoyingly I snapped a string. Cheap guitar hack. So, in the studio, I don't know why more people don't do this. People spend hundreds, thousands sometimes on tenor guitars, treble guitars, right? Well, I get the little half size, guitar for junior guitars, and I tune them up. This one snapped the string in the middle of the night, yeah? So this is tuned to A, so when I play an E minor shape, that's an A minor, but it has the characteristic of an E minor. So when I play an A minor on the recording, on a standard normal guitar, and I overdub it with this, you get this really interesting sound, and so, so a G becomes a C, but it still shares the dynamics of a G. So I use a little half size. I've got, at the moment, I want nylon, in the end I want nylon and steel in both, but I've got a nylon string in half size, wonderful, and I got given this when I bought the really good Squire bass last year. I got given this because it's actually a solid top, would you believe? So it's made something, but look at the great repair job. I love it. The thing is, it's worked, but it's the most brutal repair I've ever seen. But hey, it's like a sort of Christian thing going on there. It's really weird, but it works, right? And it was a freebie, and it's a solid top, so what the fuck can I say? It's actually really nice. And now this other one, which is just as nice actually, Chris the snail driver, bless him, sorted me out this, which is a 3/4 size steel strung, and this is marvellous too. At the moment I've got it tuned to open G. Like I say, yeah, when you're doing recording, you set these up as your treble guitars, your tenor and treble. Was it? Can't copy the king, right? The man that waits at the end of the garden lane, leaning on the gatepost and leaning on Come on, in my kitchen, gonna be right at all. La ba da ba ba, ba ba da da ba. Oh, you pretty girlie. Take your fucking clothes off. Oh, you pretty girlie. So yeah, you can have a lot of fun with like a little treble tenor guitar, and I mean, you know, I got this for for bugger all, but you know, you can pick them up for next to nothing, like charity shops, you know, and it's worth a 30 quid dip if you find a nice one, a pretty one, and because it's just another approach, and again, it's a cheap hack. It's like the amount of get ready, the amount of tone you get out of one of these things, okay, or the little other one, to run alongside your normal guitar sound, the fucking actual difference it makes, like, and the usefulness of it in recording, you know, can't be underestimated. And so therefore, I propose a guitar life hack for studio recording. And there the fucking thing is, it was on it all along, I never did lose it. I'm such an idiot. I'm very tired and very stunned. So yeah, that's all I got for you. To be honest, all I wanted to do was record that fucking goddamn riff before I nip down the shop, because I don't want to forget it. And the riff I can't remember now. Alright, see you later in the week. I mean, I hope so anyway, you know. I hope so. I hope the world's not on the brink. Everything seems on the brink. I'm on the brink of exploding into sonic fucking spheroids.